Hey guys, and welcome to the Mount Sharax 20-man raid guide. The fourth boss is
Yrlwalach.
or if you like in a female voice,
Yrlwalach.
yeah, because there's no way I'm saying that stupid name. So when you reach the boss platform, you will see a rift here and some frozen ads. Just have a couple of tanks run all over the ads, but don't bother killing them. Once enough ads are activated, the boss will come out of the rift and kill all the ads in the process. If after this event people are still in combat, you will need to pull the boss and wipe the raid, to properly reset the boss and get you all out of combat. This is a two-phased fight. Most of the time you will be fighting the boss, only at 66 and 33% you will have to DPS his mouth. We use the following raid setup: 1 tank, 1 Chloromancer, a Purifier, a Beastmaster, an Oracle or Bard, and a Harp Archon. If you struggle to keep the tank alive, you can also add a Defiler. The boss has the following abilities. While you are facing the boss, you will get a stacking debuff called When Infinity Stares Back. If this buff reaches 10 stacks, you will get mind controlled. You will need to face away from the boss to reset your stacks. He will do a huge cleave every 15 to 20 seconds. These have 3 different patterns. There are 2 frontal cleaves, 1 left, 1 right, and a back cleave. These cleaves will one-shot you, so don't fail at them. If you are a tank, you can survive by using a cooldown if you really can't make it out in time. Please note that the hitbox of the boss, so under the boss himself, is also part of the AoE. Every 30 seconds a player will get a yellow AoE, called the Contained Depths. The player will also get the reactive ability to drop the AoE. While you have this debuff, you will be unable to use abilities, you will be snared, and you will be immune to the boss's cleaves. When you have the bubble, you will need to run away from the raid to place it. To be safe, just wait for the boss to do his next cleave, and then place the AoE and come back to the raid. Please note that this AoE will insta-drop if you use Blink or Break Free, so if you have it in a macro, remove it. After 1 minute, a presence will spawn. A random player will then get a buff called Unbounded Consciousness. When you have this buff, your view will change to first person, and you will get a new ability bar with only one ability on it, called Grip of Reality. And once you find it, you will need to channel that ability for 4 seconds to pull it out. You cannot move during this channel or it will be interrupted. Only the player with the debuff can see the presence, and only him can pull it out. Once the channel is done, the presence will be visible for everyone and you can kill it. While the presence is hiding, the whole raid will get a debuff dealing damage that increases over time. This debuff will be removed as soon as the presence is pulled out. Also please note that while you are looking for the presence, you are not immune to the cleaves. So if you die, the presence will not be pulled out and the raid will die to the debuff. At 66 and 33%, the boss will get really pissed and start casting Rippling Infinity. Everyone then needs to come stack on the tank and DPS the boss's mob. During this phase, the whole raid will get a stacking debuff, also called Rippling Infinity. This debuff will also do damage on each tick and reduce the movement speed by 2% per stack and your range ability by 1 meter per stack. This debuff cannot be dispelled, however, once the phase is over, you should use Break Free to get rid of the debuff. And that's all there is. It's a really easy fight if people pay attention. But this fight is really punishing for personal failure. So how we do it is I pull the boss to the raid and then I turn him 90 degrees to the side. We have the raid stacking on the foot of the boss on the edge of the back cleave. This way they only have to move from one cleave. You can see the turn debuff stacking up on the whole raid now. The first cleave. As you can see, the raid is really close to the edge of it, but they don't have to move. With this position they only need to move from the left cleave and are safe from the other two. I need to reset my stacks now. Simply turn around about 1 or 2 seconds before the buff is over to reset it. You can see the first AoE, the Contained Depths now. This is the huge yellow bubble. Remember that you are immune to the cleaves while you have the bubble, so place it as far as you can without outraging the healers. Wait for a cleave and use the reactive to place it. This is the left frontal cleave. This is the one the raid needs to dodge. The first presence is now up. You can see that the whole raid is getting debuffed. Remember that if you get the Unbound Consciousness, you will still need to turn around and you will still need to avoid the cleaves. So if you have the Unbound Consciousness, just do target presence to locate it, wait for a cleave to be safe, and then move to it and use the Grip of Reality channel. Remember not to move while you're casting it. Once the presence is out, you need to DPS it down. It doesn't do much damage, so I let the DPS tank it, so the melee DPS can DPS it without having to move. Getting close to 66% now, you will cast Rippling Infinity, the whole raid comes on the tank, and place yourselves between the Maw and the boss himself, so you don't need to turn around on this phase. Once the Maw reaches 50%, this will end the phase. The boss will sometimes do a cleave right after the Rippling Infinity phase is over, so watch out for that as it can wipe your raid. Remember to break free of the Rippling Infinity debuff after the phase is over. And this is the whole fight. You will get one more Rippling Infinity phase at 33%. In this one you will have to kill the Maw from 50% to 0. I will speed this up now until the next Maw phase. Getting close to 33%, we are reaching the last Maw phase now. Again, when he starts casting Rippling Infinity, go stack on the tank, place yourself between the Maw and the boss so you don't have to turn during that phase, and DPS the shit out of it. Remember to start moving out early, in case he does a cleave after the Rippling Infinity phase is over. I will speed this up until the end of the fight. And that's it guys, good luck on your kill. I will add the Karul alerts that I have for this fight in the video info, so make sure you check that out. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you subscribe for future uploads. And as always guys, thanks for watching.